Not gonna lie, it's fucking scary waking up on a morning that you are no longer employed and are just gonna rely on your own art for the rent and such responsibilities. So what I do on a typical morning then, I guess, as a self-employed freelance artist is procrastinate as much as possible, read a book, abuse my tea kettle thing until it relinquishes itself to my coffee needs. I do a little bit of cleaning the dishes because otherwise I can't eat anything the rest of the day unless I just eat it off the palm of my hand like an animal. And I drink instant coffee. Like I said, procrastinate because it's scary. It's fucking awesome that I chose this, but also very unsettling. But I think what defines people in this life is how they handle their fear and what they choose to do in the face of it. I'm making this video to prove to myself and anyone else in a similar position that you do survive, and not everyone was made to fit inside the society that we have with the working for a boss and living paycheck to paycheck. Sometimes it takes a little bit of courage to take that step off that cliff, to go into the freelancing abyss, and you do in fact survive it. I'm hoping. I hope I can offer you a modicum of relief knowing that you're not alone. And on that note, hell yes, frothy, sugary cinnamon milk on my coffee in the morning. And besides that, it really helps reassure your nerves, and it helps to just have a financial plan by getting yourself financially literate, by buying books like Rich Dad, Poor Dad, reading the Tony Robbins literature, and just making a tangible step-by-step plan. Which I know sounds like a lot, but just take it one day at a time. And staying hydrated, of course. Yes, bitch. Omnipotent you is watching you from the future. Also, it helps me get out of bed in the morning. Yeah, you can tell I struggle. Plat, 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 my face. Anyway, it helps me get out of bed in the morning to do something nice for myself and like paint my face like a rainbow, because some days that's how I identify. The biggest thing I find myself confronted with right now is adding structure to my life. You always show up at your job at 8 o'clock in the morning, or however ungodly the hour is, no matter what, no matter like what is happening in your life, unless it's an emergency, obviously. But then to start doing that and treating your art in a business kind of way, like I will wake up at 9:15 to do this and set tasks for yourself as if you're a boss, like you have a second personality that's like waiting for you and hold you accountable to do things you don't really feel like doing. It's wildly hard. But everything worth practicing is hard in the beginning. So the point now is to just show up. Just show up and have the goal be doing the bare minimum. Like, just sit down on your yoga mat. That's the goal. As low as possible. Do something nice for yourself first thing in the morning. And then set goals that are small and attainable and measurable and time-bound and all of that smart goal-setting stuff. I found that what helps me is to plan out my ideal day the night before, but only using those bare minimum goals, like sit down on your yoga mat, sit down in front of your computer, and look at some freelance jobs on sites like Upwork and Fiverr. The goals aren't like apply to 5 of them in one day. It's just to look at them, to sit down and look at them, and I've already got a reason to celebrate. And when I have applied to a job on Upwork, on Fiverr, and I've made some art to use in my application, I upload those files to Gumroad as well and see if I can passively make income by selling those. It all has like a logical kind of structure, and it reassures me a ton. And when I do reach my goal, I reward myself with cuddles from a dog and going on a walk and doing things that are good for my mental health, like talking to my therapist, although that might not always feel like such a reward, or just making a Nutella sandwich, which is just one of the simple pleasures and joys I have in my life right now. I'm showing my therapist the dog. But yeah, the biggest challenge, the biggest obstacle I had in leaving that place was finding discipline within myself to manage myself. And I think the things that helped me are, number one, keeping my goals as low to the ground as possible. I'm going for a walk. 2, making them even lower by like having my yoga mat down on the floor, because I know I'm more productive if I move my body. The neighbor's cat did not approve. And another example is just having whatever art project I'm working on laying out on the table already, so I don't have to like open a box to take it out. And 3, it doesn't all have to be about productivity either. It's also all about finding balance between your masculine doing energy and your feminine being. Just like allowing yourself to be and live. You'll be more creative that way. You come up with better solutions when you're just a more balanced and wholesome person. Yeah, I found that one of the biggest pitfalls or like slippery slopes that I could find myself in was defining my worth by how productive I was and not letting myself relax until I'd met all of these like high goals. And every time I met a goal, my goalpost would slide up. I would never be able to like reach contentment. And I think that's one of the things that drives me, but at the same time, it's a sure way, a fast ticket to burnout town. So celebrate your wins, keep your goals as low as possible, and remember what you're doing it for. In the end of the day, it's about doing what you love and becoming a better artist and appreciating how far you've come already. So on my ideal day as an artist, full-time freelance, out in the abyss on my own, I like to end it drawing all the things I love. I'm getting a little cold and shaky. Your omnipotent voiceover bitch is not immune to the cold. I am not, in fact, a goddess. I know, I give off that vibe, but rest assured, I'm human. I too am learning the same lessons you are, and I make mistakes, but I see it as a way to learn. And at the end of the day, I'm just doing what I can. Oh, and here are some more cool resources that I use to like sell art, like my Etsy, where I sell prints and postcards of my original art, and the free Google marketing course thing, which you can find just on Google by Googling that. And it teaches you how to market your website and how to make sure your keywords are working so people can find you online. And if you're in the same boat as me, I want you to know these tools are all available to you and you can do it. You really, really can. Just make a little plan, set a little goal with a timestamp on it, and keep taking care of yourself. I end the day the same way I started it, with a book. Okay, bye!